How's it going, everyone? This is Scott Tarulli, and I want to thank you for joining me on some exploring that I've been doing. Um, I've been messing with two exotic boost pedals, the Super Clean and the Super Sweet. And there is a difference between the two. So if you look down at the board, I have the Super Clean first, Soul Driven BB Super Sweet after. So before anything, we always have that question, or I always had that question: do you put the cleaner boost before the overdrive or the distortion or whatever you're running, or do you put it after? And there's not really a wrong answer, but I've experimented both ways with it. But I think with these two, I have a solution that works for me. And so if you look down, the Super Clean, I have it at noon for the gain. And on the side of the Super Clean are dip switches. So they're conveniently located. And it's basically, for EQ, you can boost certain frequencies. And that's really convenient. There's a lot of pedals, you have to unscrew it and then get to the dip switches. Here it's right there, so you can kind of experiment really quickly. That comes in handy, though, because right now I'm in my studio playing, but if I entered a different venue, or any kind of venue in different venues, the stages sound different, rooms sound different. So you can really clear that up immediately. And the Super Sweet also has the dip switches on the side for the same thing. I have everything set at how they came out of the box. I haven't changed anything. I think they're all off, actually. So anyways, I have one of the boosts before the Soul Driven and the BB, and one of them after. So before we get into it, you can see I have a Les Paul, and the amp that I chose to use for this demonstration is a Little Walter 50. Now, if you haven't heard of Little Walter, they're amazing amps. Basically, they're like what Leo Fender made in the early 50s. Except the unique thing about the 50 is it's all tube, but the way, I don't know what the circuit is, but you can turn it up loud and it doesn't break up. So it's got that awesome, clean tweed sound. It takes pedals really well, but what's interesting about this demonstration here thing that I've been exploring, I've tried all this stuff through different amps and they all sound amazing, but it just shocked me at what it does to an amp that's not built to break up on its own. So, and I'm running that through a 115 cab. So anyhow, I'm going to stop talking and start playing. So you can see everything that I have set. This is just what works for me. I'm not going to change anything during this video. You'll see the Soul Driven, the gain's lower. The Super Sweet, you see the gain's really low. It's at 9 o'clock, but I think that's perfect for the way I have this set up. So keep in mind that I'm not changing anything, and there's much more possibilities with the dip switches and messing with the gain. It gets pretty endless, but I've arrived at this, so I hope you dig it. So there it is. The super clean and the super sweet on either side. I love it. I think I'm going to set up stuff like this from now on. So anyways, thanks for joining me and hanging out and geeking out with me. And I love to hear feedback, what you thought of this or what you thought of the setup. And I'm actually curious to hear how people run these things themselves.